The interesting one. A California state judge tentatively ruled that around 6,000 black factory workers can sue Tesla as a group over allegations of racial discrimination and harassment at its Fremont plant. The lawsuit, initiated by former worker Marcus Vaughn in 2017, claims black employees faced racist conduct. Tesla has asserted a zero-tolerance policy for workplace harassment and fired employees engaged in racial harassment. But the ruling, subject to contestation, allows the workers to proceed as a class and poses a significant legal challenge for Tesla. The trial is expected in October, alongside a similar case involving the California Civil Rights Agency. Tesla faces federal race bias claims and is appealing a $3.2 million verdict in a separate racial harassment lawsuit. Now, this is a clip of a Tesla worker that essentially is due $137 million for racial abuse. That's insane. Good for him, number one, that he gets this. But there's no amount of millions that's worth being treated like this, in my opinion.
We're hearing from a former Tesla employee who sued and won a discrimination lawsuit against the automaker. ABC News reporter Rebecca Jarvis has more on the racial abuse he endured.
We just want to be just treated and seen as equal human beings.
This morning, a former Tesla contract worker speaking out.
That shit, every time I hear somebody say something, when it's put like that, like, listen to him, just listen to what the dude says. Just listen.
We just want to be just treated and seen as equal human beings.
Literally, like when you phrase something like that, what is the counterpoint to that? And obviously that's where you start to delve into the logic of racism and stuff and how there is none. But I digress. Absolutely wild to just have it put so succinctly. It's powerful.
This morning, a former Tesla contract worker speaking out after a San Francisco federal court decided the electric car maker must pay him $137 million over claims he suffered racist abuse at the company. Owen Diaz, who was hired through a staffing agency in 2015 as an elevator operator at Tesla's factory in Fremont, told the court he faced a hostile work environment where employees drew swastikas and racist graffiti on bathroom stalls, where coworkers told him to go back to Africa, and ethnic slurs were heard routinely. Diaz says nothing was done to stop it, quitting after roughly 1 year.
Bro, you go to work. Can you imagine? You graduate college. You're excited. You go to work at fucking like Tesla or something, some crazy company. And you go to the bathroom to take a dump and there's like a bunch of swastikas on the bathroom stall. Can you imagine? And like you go to work and someone tells you to go back to Africa when you were born in America. What the fuck? I hate it so much.
They decided not to follow through. They decided to kill investigations. You know, you can't keep treating workers like this.
Now, Tesla, whose founder and CEO is Elon Musk, ordered to pay Diaz $130 million in punitive damages and $7 million in emotional distress.
Good for him. You know what pisses me off the most about when I hear stuff like this? Like, I think the man deserves more money personally. That's just me. I'm crazy, right? But I hate it when like you hear about people that were wrongfully convicted. Right. And they spend like 30 years in prison and they get like $20 million. You know what I mean? Like, I think when you treat people like this in a position of extreme power, I think you should have to pay in more ways than money. You should have to like clean this dude's house. Like the C-suite at Tesla should have to go to this dude's house and like clean up after him or something.
An unprecedented amount for racial discrimination cases.
A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. They have to choose to take the abuse that these billion-dollar companies are putting out or feed their families.
Dude, oh my God. It's brutal. It's brutal. Basically just describing the contract you've signed before you were born, right? Under capitalism. Lovely stuff. Of course, from his take, it's just making a living. I get it. But wow. He's basically just like, look, let's do socialism.
In an internal email to employees Monday following the verdict, posted on the company's website. Tesla's VP of People writing, although the facts they have of the case don't justify the verdict reached by the jury in San Francisco, we do recognize that in 2015 and 2016, we were not perfect. We're still not perfect, but we have come a long way from 5 years ago.
I mean, that's great. I'm happy for them. Hopefully there are fewer swastikas in the bathrooms and there are fewer people yelling insanely bigoted things at workers. That would be great. Now, is that actually going to happen? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, maybe if we clean up some of the top level people over there and get some people, I don't know. I don't really know much about Tesla. I just know that if I went to work at a powerful corporation and saw Nazi symbology in a common area, I would be extremely disturbed. And the Nazis wouldn't have even wanted me dead. So what does that say together? So